Sensitivity analysis as a tool for capital budgeting. So, today we're going to talk about how capital budgeting decisions are often one of the most critical choices organizations make as they determine the allocation of scarce financial resources to long term projects. Often, the success of these projects is directly affects the value of the shareholders and many other things. Sensitivity analysis helps decision makers understand how variations in assumptions affect key financial outcomes such as net present value, internal rate of return, and payback period. By using both quantitative and qualitative dimensions of risk, this method helps to increase the reliability of investment decisions. The main goal of financial management is to maximize shareholder wealth by ensuring that the resources are allocated efficiently and profitably. One of the things that we can look at is Walmart's decision to heavily invest in global supply chain technology in the 90s was a successful capital budgeting choice that created massive efficiency gains. On the other hand, when Blockbuster failed to execute capital budgeting, they ended up collapsing. Sensitivity analysis is a quantitative technique that measures how changes in input assumptions affect output results. In capital budgeting, this usually involves changing one key variable at a time, such as sales volume, operating costs, or the discount rate, to see how sensitive NPV or IRR is to those changes. If small variations in assumptions cause large changes in project outcomes, the project is just to be very risky. Quantitative steps in sensitivity analysis involves a few things. First, managers set a base case scenario using expected values for sales, costs, and discount rates. And at the end of it all, the results are looked at and analyzed to identify break-even points on thresholds where a project becomes unprofitable. Qualitative steps in sensitivity analysis, as the name implies, provides numerical insight. Qualitative analysis ensures that strategic, operational, and market-based risks are also addressed. Geopolitical risks and supply chain disruptions can affect multinational firms in ways not easily captured by numerical models. SWOT analysis, risk mapping, and stakeholder consultation are valuable qualitative tools for capturing these dimensions. There are internal methods of risk assessment. They are often used in sensitivity analysis and capital budgeting. Some of these methods are/include scenario analysis, break-even analysis, simulation techniques, and sensitivity analysis. These tools help quantify the financial risks associated with new investments before committing resources. Naturally, there's also external methods of risk assessment. Some of these are market analysis, which is understanding demand, competition, and pricing trends. Industry benchmarking, comparing project metrics with competitors or industry in order to gauge relative risk. And credit ratings and financing costs, which monitoring investor and lender confidence, which affects the cost of borrowing and capital structure decisions. External methods ensure that capital budgeting decisions are grounded in the bigger picture of economic and industry context instead of the internal assumptions such that we highlighted on the previous slide. Some final remarks here on this whole process. Capital budgeting is key to any type of successful financial management, but it is also filled with uncertainty. Sensitivity analysis provides a structured way to evaluate how changes in assumptions affect project outcomes. This helps managers make better informed decisions. By combining quantitative techniques such as scenario analysis with qualitative assessments of market, regulatory, and operational risks, firms can gain a better understanding of that uncertainty. Integrating both internal and external methods of risk assessment ensures that capital budgeting decisions not only maximize financial returns, but also align with long-term strategic and sustainability goals. A few references here. We have from McGraw-Hill, a couple article from the Journal of Finance, an article from the American Economic Review, and finally a piece from the Journal of Financial Economics.